news update. Today we will be talking about a few issues, and one of them is recycling with Joel. And let's go to him now.
Thanks, creepy old man. Now I'm going to talk to you about recycling. South Australia has now been the leaders in recycling for some time, and it is schemes like offering deposits on recyclable cans and drink containers, like this one, that keep them in the forefront of recycling in Australia. South Australia is regarded as being amongst the best recyclers in the world, and recycles an incredible 50% more material than the rest of the nation. Although Waikerie is a small country town, a large percentage of the town's bottles, cans, flavoured milk and fruit juice containers get recycled at the local bottler and can depot. But is there still more than this Waikerie Council can do to keep the recyclables separate from the trash? This report thinks so. The question here is, should Waikerie follow in the footsteps of Adelaide and make it mandatory to have 3 bins at the home? One bin containing green waste, which is cut off from the garden, another bin for recyclables such as cardboard, tin cans, glass jars and paper, and the third bin is a conventional one which contains non-recyclable trash. This system that uses 3 separate bins instead of the conventional one helps the environment in more ways than just recycling materials that would normally be thrown in the trash. It also helps the environment by reusing green waste, mulching it up so it can be used in public places like parks and fauna boxes, rather than just burning limbs to go to waste. This scheme has worked well in Adelaide and has saved thousands of dollars on the cost of producing materials such as tin cans and cardboard boxes because the recycled products have been used. Another plus to this scheme is that with the materials already separated, it saves a lot of time in sorting out what materials can be recycled and what can't. At Waikerie High School, a similar system has been put in place. This involves having 52 bins, 26 of which are green for waste products and 26 are smaller orange bins that are used for recyclables such as paper, cardboard and drink containers. These bins are paired together and strategically placed all over the school, so there's always a set of bins close where the students sit, so there is no excuse for recycling. This has proved to be highly successful, and the school has even been able to purchase new computers with extra money that they receive with the recycling of drink containers that previously would have been discarded in the rubbish bin. Although Waikerie High has had success with the recycling system, the Waikerie Council believe that to introduce 3 bins to each home in Waikerie would be far too difficult. The purchasing of the new bins for each home would cost the council thousands, and once they have purchased the bins, and each household has one of each, the council will then have to set up new systems to collect the recyclables and green waste. This would require the hiring of more staff and purchasing more waste removal trucks. The collecting and contents of each bin will also need to be done on separate days to keep the recyclables and trash separate. This has been Joel Frederick reporting from SBS News. Back to you, creepy old man, and remember, always recycle.
Thanks, Joel, for that thrilling report on recycling. It was just really good. Up now we have young Dutton doing his report on football.
Hi, thanks for that, creepy old man. And now I'm going to talk about Riverland football. In the country regions, local sport is a big part of each community, and often the lives of young children are lived around their sporting agenda. Sport in the Riverland doesn't get as much recognition and coverage as it should. When a community or sporting club has a big sporting event, the crowds and popularity of the sport or that event is a lot more. The crowds and all over popularity of it are larger thanks to the large amounts of advertisement. The centenary year of Riverland Football League, RFL, has attracted larger crowds and more excitement in the community of football over the whole season. Not just the Riverland Football League having their centenary year, but also was it the Renmark Football Club centenary year, attracting some Adelaide players back to their original country clubs, which is good for country football. Each round, the game of the round, was broadcasted on the radio with quality commentators painting the game. The crowds in football this year were considerably up from last year due to large amounts of advertisement. The biggest game of the whole year may have been the centenary match between the south of the river and the north of the river. The south consisting of players from Loxton, Loxton North and Waikerie. The north team consisting of Berry, Farmer and Renmark players. The game was held by Renmark Football Club and was a large success, again due to great advertisement. And now I have with me a footballer from Waikerie Football Club who's very keen, and I'm just going to ask him some questions. How do you think the crowds were from last year to this year?
Well, when you're playing, you definitely notice a difference. Last year, there was a few supporters, but not that many. But this year, there are a lot more supporters than last year, obviously because of the centenary year.
And did you find this in every normal home and away season match, or was it just the big matches?
You definitely notice in the big matches with crowds going over the 3,000s, but in normal matches, yeah, you definitely still notice it.
Okay. So how do you think the crowds help you when you're playing? Like, do they spur you on, or?
Yeah, definitely. I think that as a regular A-grade player, I think that I play better under pressure situations.
Yeah. So the crowd is always there, and you're always playing better for the crowd.
Yeah, for the supporters, for the whole town.
Yeah. So do you think there should be more advertisement in country sport?
Yeah, I think it's great when the community really gets involved in the sport.
All right. Cheers, Gibbo.
Nice, man.
So there you have it. Advertisement in country sport is an issue, and country sport in the Riverland would greatly benefit from some good advertising campaigns. So come on, guys. We want our sport to be noticed, and get out there and tell everyone about your sport and what's going on in it. I'm Jared Dutton, and this is SBS News. Back to you, creepy old man.
Thank you, Jared, for that. Very good. Now, we have right here with his report on Wesley soccer team.